Hello, we are live, and by we, I mean you, me, and he. Hi, Oliver. He really wants to be near me today. It's a special day. Well, maybe that's why. Maybe he can feel it in the air, and he's certainly wearing an appropriate color for today. It's Namah Shivaya, a very special annual celebration for many people in many parts of the world. And for those of us in the yogic tradition, it's a celebration of Shiva, who is said to be the first yoga teacher, who symbolizes consciousness and who gives us boons, grants us wishes. I have a fun story. It's not from the Bhagavad Gita, but I think I said something yesterday about Shiva granting boons. That's what he does, especially today, for a reason we'll talk about in a moment. That's one of my favorite words associated with yoga and the Hindu deities is boons. They grant boons. I went walking in, I think it was Mayfield Heights, and their middle school has a big sign out front. I've seen this before, the Rutigliano word of the week. If you're not familiar, Sam Rutigliano was the coach of the Cleveland Browns back in their heyday. And every week there's a word from him, I guess, continuing his legacy and a definition of the word. And the word of the week this week is boon. I couldn't believe it. I took a picture on my phone. It was fantastic. And I thought, this is the universe telling me something. And the universe today is telling you something, which is to be joyous, to celebrate. Although, as you might be able to see below, the theme is actually one of the final, strongest challenges to Samatvam, which we face. And that is the dark night of the soul. I told you one reason Shivratri was honored yesterday. And another reason Shivratri is honored, and actually, Shivratri happens every lunar month, that dark night. Mahashivratri only happens once a year. And that is like, we could say it's the darkest night. But this is great. We all have to go through a dark night of the soul. Actually, this is celebrated in spiritual traditions as a turning point. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1 is all about Arjun's darkest night in his soul, the night before the battle, the time before the battle, the times in the battle. This is his dark night where he starts questioning everything he's ever known about himself, about the world, about justice, about God, and he just can't find anything to hold on to. And if you've ever been through that in your life, and I have a feeling all of us have been through at least one of those, it's terrifying in the moment. And we feel so unmoored and alone and unhinged, and we just can't find comfort. But the seed of the darkest night of the soul is our greatest growth. I heard one experienced teacher liken, think of a bathtub. You're in a bathtub and you have a rubber ducky or a rubber whatever animal you like, and you push the rubber ducky down. The deeper you push the rubber ducky down, when you let it go, the higher it shoots up. And that's a very rough spiritual analogy, but the more we feel like life is pressing us down, when we finally get to the other side, the higher we can go, the further we can go, the more clearly we can see. We just have to get through it. And actually, that's one of the things Mahashivratri symbolizes tonight. You'll notice I'm not wearing my black shirt with Shiv on it. It's because today is a festive day. Well, actually tonight. And if you'd like to join us tonight, there is still one spot left. We had a cancellation. So see the link below. You can join us live online if you so desire. But anyway, so this is a festive night wearing colorful, vibrant, energetic clothing that really shows us that we are getting through the other side and all the potential that's there. Once everything's wiped out and taken away from us, in some ways we are free. We're free to either go back to how we were or to make changes. And sometimes we don't get the incentive to make changes until we hit those challenges. Today is a day to celebrate the challenges we've gotten through. We're coming out on the other side, and what we've gone through is going to give us the impetus to become more than we thought we were capable of. This happens for many of us. I just can't get through this. Have you ever thought that? I just can't get through this? And you do somehow. And what happens is you're an inspiration and you're a light for those coming after you who will be going through the same thing. I often mention this in teacher trainings. Whatever we think is our greatest hindrance to being able to teach, to being able to impart wisdom, to being able to be an example in the world, can actually become our strength, because we can show others facing the same challenges how we overcame it ourselves. And we are then a boon to mankind. So if you would like to honor Mahashivratri in your own way, and please know, Shiva is celebrated as a deity in many ways, something outside of us that we worship. In a yogic setting, in a yogic point of view, what I was taught is that Shiva represents something inside. Oh, excuse me, something inside just dying to get out, kind of like that sneeze. So Shiva is inside of us. It's part of us. It's our consciousness, whatever we want to call it. And we can just call it consciousness. But Shiva also means auspicious. And that's one of the reasons we use that name. Our consciousness is auspicious and it wants to grant us boons. I mentioned yesterday that today is the day to ask for something you really want, because the dedication today is to Lord Shiva, yay, in his form as Prarthana Murthy. That is Lord Shiva united with the love of his existence, standing together, and he's very happy, and she's very happy, and they're very happy. It's a happy day. And when someone's in a happy mood, often you ask them for something, they say, oh, yes, I want you to be as happy as I am. Here you go. Enjoy. Don't be afraid to ask. In fact, that can be the dark night of the soul for many of us. Maybe we went through an experience where we were taught, don't speak up, don't ask for what you want because you're not going to get it. And if you've experienced that, this can be a tremendously freeing day. Ask for what you want. And then look for signs in the universe, like a sign at a middle school going, boon. All right. So that's today. Other ways you can celebrate Mahashivratri. You can do some fasting if you want. That indicates sacrificing something dear to you in exchange for what is really more dear to you. And I haven't eaten yet today. If I'm rambling a bit, that's why. We'll see if Oliver comes to join us as we do our practice. If you would like, Trisul mudra, I wasn't clear about that last time I demonstrated. It looks a lot like Jal mudra, thumbs to little fingers, but actually the thumb tips are covering the little fingers. You can go up further. They're covering the little fingertips. This is Lord Shiva's trident, representing triumph over the three forces of nature. And when we get to the meditation, if you'd like to do Om Namah Shivaya like we did last time, I'm going to be doing that. And I'm going to be counting 108 rounds, hopefully in the 5 minutes, on my special Rudraksh malas. You'll notice I'm wearing Rudraksh. These are said to be the tears that Lord Shiva shed when, after thousands of years of meditation, he finally blinked his eyes. Very powerful. I have 108 here. I have other Rudraksh malas. This is only 54, but it's got some really nice work in between each bead so that the mala doesn't fall apart. Oh, somebody wants to come out with me. I spoke too long. And this is symbolizing Lord Shiva Rudraksh, and then the pearls. His joining with his beloved. I know you want to join with me outside, but you can't. All right. I'm going to take you outside with me and leave the poor kitty. I know, kitty. Say please. Come on, let's go out. It's a nice day to celebrate. Okay, kitty, stay in, stay. I know, we'll be back. Oh, so much, kitty. Wow, stay in with your gay room. There we go. Let's do it. change sides. Wonderful. So the meditation time, you can do Trisul mudra if you wish. You can do Om Namah Shivaya if you wish. You can also simply sit and think of something you really, really want. Really, you really want it. All right. We'll be together for 5. We're back. Thank you so much for joining. You know, it said that Shiva appears to you when you ask sincerely enough for something, and Shiva actually represents your consciousness. So the one you're asking to grant your desires is really you. What's getting in your way? What can you do? Keep asking for what you want. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll celebrate this holiday even more because Shivaratri is all night long. Tomorrow we'll have some concluding event. You're welcome to go. Or Oliver has been very upset because he's been away from his beloved. Some of the birds were as well. So now he's going to join me for, look, we're both so happy. See ya. See you next time. All righty. Have a wonderful day.